Hey guys, how's it going? This is Brian. So this is my second time trying to get this video up here. The first time none of my audio came through, so I'm going to try and get this going again. Again, the audio is still not great, but I'm trying to do everything in Linux, and I have very little experience with any of this, so keep that in mind. So yeah, basically what I said the first time I was trying to upload this video is that I'm trying to do a new series of videos that works with Linux and gaming from the perspective of somebody who has very little expertise in Linux. So I'm just basically, scouring forums myself and just doing copying and pasting. And I'm just trying to slowly get as many games that are like current or fairly current working well on Linux. And so basically right now I'm using a Ubuntu Gamepack Linux distribution, 16.04, and I'm having pretty good luck with it so far. I'm running a Ryzen 5 2600X and a RX 460, which I know is completely bottlenecked, but completely bottlenecking the system. But I figure it's a pretty good representation for what I guess anybody with like a 1050 or above should be capable of doing. Besides that, the installation has been fairly seamless. I've been using Steam Proton for a lot of what I'm trying to download and practice with. Today I'm showing you No Man's Sky. It was just once I turned on all the the beta information for Steam and installed it, it started right up. It's kind of at the top end for my system when I'm running on Windows, so it's it's definitely not running. I don't think it's not a solid 30 frames per second, I don't think, but I think it's playable, and I think if you had a system that was a little bit more powerful, you wouldn't have any trouble with it. But yeah, this intro area always is a little bit stuttery, but that's normal, even if you're playing on Windows. But overall, I've been enjoying my time with Linux so far, and this is, I think, the first moment in a long time where I feel like there's been a huge shift in kind of what you're capable of doing on Linux. I've tried to get into it a couple times, but it always gets to be too much of a headache for me to really get into using Linux as my main operating system. But for the first time, I'm kind of seeing some light at the end of the tunnel there, and I think that this series will be good to show that a lot of people who are interested can do Linux. It just takes obviously a little bit more effort, a little bit more tweaking with things, but the Steam Proton really opens up possibilities for what you're capable of doing. Going forward, I'm just going to kind of see with games that I have what's working and what isn't, and try to get as many things as I can up there. If anybody wants more in-depth information about anything in particular, they can let me know. So, okay, so I just got in here. I just turned on the Steam controller, playing with the Steam controller right now. It works with mouse and keyboard as well. But yeah, it's definitely, you know what I mean, it's a low frame rate, but it is, completely playable. I don't feel much lag or anything like that, just, not the greatest visuals, but I I don't think there's any issue with it. It's completely playable. I haven't had any glitches with it so far. And No Man's Sky, if you haven't tried it out since its launch, it's a really great game to play. And it's so easy to install. You just, like I said, you just sign up for the beta in Steam, and you just install it, and it runs right out of the box, basically. I haven't had any issues. All those controls work without I didn't really have to set anything. But yeah, no. Yeah, so I have a few other games that I already have working, but I'm going to try and keep this series mostly towards more popular games, as opposed to, I've seen a lot of videos where it's talking about games that run on Linux. And yeah, there's a lot of them, but I'd really like to keep it more mainstream titles, so that's what I'm going to try and keep it to. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to say down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer you for any information. Again, just remember, I'm not a very experienced with Linux, so have a good one.